Hello, everyone, and welcome to Illuminate Your Truth, part 2 of the Dying and Afterlife series. Thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about Psychopomp and what that is and what that can look like and who can do it. So Psychopomp is crossing over the dead, helping the dead cross over, which is very needed at this time on the planet Earth. And anyone who has an inclination towards spirituality or psychic ability or meditation or just feeling energies deeper can do it. I learned about Psychopomp a few years back. When I initially heard about it, I was like, wow, that sounds really interesting. I want to be able to do that at some point. I got really excited about it. I actually saw one of my psychic friends. I love her to death. She is amazing. She actually came with me to clear a house, and she taught me so much while we were clearing the house. And I had seen her Psychopomp, a spirit. Now, this woman is so psychic. I mean, she sees the spirits plain as day in front of her. Whereas me, I'm different. I see them in my, I have to close my eyes and then I see the picture. So I seen her Psychopomp this spirit. She, said something of, if you would like to go into the light, feel free, go into the light. I believe she mentioned Jesus at one point. I don't remember. It was a really long time ago, but I had seen her kind of Psychopomp this spirit that was in this home. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. I aspire to be able to do that someday. So I did a lot of research, and I learned that Psychopomp was very prominent in the shamanic path. And so, I'm always down to journey. I love to journey, and to know that I could Psychopomp by going into the upper world and doing that, I was very thrilled. I was very, very happy about that. So I just did lots of research, and then I listened to other experiences. Now, like I said, my psychic skill set is not seeing spirits in front of me, face to face, in the physical. I more so see them, when I close my eyes, I receive the vision. I see it all play out, And so I found this woman who was sharing her experience, and she took a more shamanic path. So her experience was in a journey, and I was like, wow, okay, if I can do a journey, I can do this. And I've been journeying for years now. So, I really felt confident. And she had mentioned her experience, and I was just taking notes, because at this time my dad was dying. I mean, this was about a week or so, before he had died. And I remember going to him soul to soul, and we were just, talking, and I was just telling him what I was going to be doing. I was like, well, hey, I just learned about this. Well, not just, I was diving in deep into it. I was like, I'm learning about the Psychopomp and work, and because I want to cross you over when you pass. And he was like, okay. And he was like, well, what are you gonna do? And I was like, well, I don't really know yet. I'm really the type of person who learns as they go. I learn as I go. But he was so confident, and he didn't chuckle or laugh, like I thought he would at me when I said that. He was just like, I know you'll get it done. I know you'll learn it. And I was just like, wow, Dad, I needed that. And so I started learning. I remember in this woman's experience, she had mentioned traveling to the upper world, which, I was totally able to do. Traveling to the upper world, finding that relative. So, calling their name out, having them, hear you calling them, and they'll come, reaching for their hand, grabbing their hand. And then she mentioned something about if there is resistance, it's probably because there's threads attached to certain things or people or places that they loved. You have to wait until the threads are completely gone before that person can cross over. And that made perfect sense to me, because I'm like, we cord with people all the time. We cord with things all the time. We attach ourselves to things. We attach ourselves to earthly things all the time. And a lot of times it's things that we don't want to be attached to. But we always have these cords attached to people, places, and things that we're around. And so that made perfect sense to me. So, she had mentioned, letting them talk. There's obviously something keeping them there. What do they need to say? What do they need to get off their chest? Just allow that conversation and that dialogue to happen, and allow them to release. Now, whenever I have done Psychopomp work, I've noticed that I really like working alongside Jesus for this work. Now, Jesus has this ability to soften your heart. And I feel like he allows your heart to soften, and it really allows you to open up. It really allows you to dig deep and to get off your chest what you need to. And so, I had decided at that moment, I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to be working with Jesus for this work, because I feel like he could really assist in that healing, heart opening kind of energy that those souls would need to release any attachments to people, places, and things. And that's why spirits are stuck on this earth now. It's because they haven't released those threads, those cords. That's why that spirit is still in that house. That's why that spirit is riding on so-and-so's back. They still have cords that need released. So I remember her saying, how important that was. So I definitely took a note of that. So I was just getting a general, outlay of what I should be doing. I'm a very practical person. So if you are giving me an experience, I am taking notes. I'm writing, I'm writing down or saving the steps in my head of what I need to do. Practicality is key with me. So I knew that I could take a journey and do it, which was great. Travel to the upper world, call him out, call out his name, have a conversation, have a dialogue, ask, what you need to say so that you can be freed, and make sure the threads are released or dissolved. That's kind of how I saw it. The threads were dissolved, and usually there's like a portal of light that opens up. Sometimes Jesus opens up the portal, but sometimes it just shows up. And I've also noticed in my psychopomping journey that souls who have passed away and they're about to go into the light, their power animals come. For my father, I heard the roar before the cheetah even came into the picture. It was really cool. And he had a cheetah, and he started walking with a cheetah, and then a cheetah family came, and there was just like all these cheetahs, and they all walked together into the light, and he chose the ancestor path. So my ancestors were there in front of the portal as well. So, I don't know if anybody else has ever seen that before, but I've had multiple experiences while psychopumping. My friends and people, that their power animals come. It's not every time, but it's very, very prevalent. So yeah, learn and research what way how you can psychopomp that would fit with your psychic abilities, fit in with what you're comfortable with, and see what that looks like for you. But it's a beautiful work. It's very fulfilling for yourself and for humanity. But yeah, just make sure those threads are gone, and then that person will travel off into their belief system territory. Sometimes they'll just go explore. There's so many different things, and so much more to even, experience that I haven't even experienced yet. Hopefully I can, take as many journeys there as possible so that I can learn as much. And my father has actually come to me as a spirit guide, as a guide for any time I am psychopomping. So I always have my father by my side, which is so powerful because I learned how to psychopomp because I psychopomped him, and now he is my guide, and he assists me psychopomp other souls. So it makes me want to cry because I am so blessed with how our relationship is much stronger now. Whenever you lose someone, you really don't lose them. You just gain a different person. It's a different kind of relationship. My father was very busy. There was not a lot of communication between us. And now he tells me, he's like, I have all the time in the world. You can talk to me whenever you need to. I am always here. It's always this my voice. It's always this openness with him that I didn't have when he was here on earth. So, our relationship is getting stronger every day, and I talk to him every day. Like yesterday, we had coffee together. We'll talk about the importance of connection and an ancestor altar in future podcasts, because I really think that me solidifying that practice, that spiritual practice within myself, really helped create that closeness with him even before he passed, because I was able to get there. I was able to hear. I'm very clairaudient, so I hear messages very clearly from spirit and from any spirits that are around me. I also feel very deeply, so I can usually feel when there's something around me that's not, physically there. But those are all skills that you can hone and you can teach yourself, because I taught myself all of these things, and you can definitely do so yourself. But definitely, if you feel called to do the work of Psychopomp, I definitely say give it a shot. Like I said, always protect yourself. Always make sure you're working with your higher energies. I really like to work alongside my Archangel Michael and Jesus as my protectors and my guides. They always show me so much love. They always help me work out of my heart in a good space, and I'm very grateful for their assistance. They really do help. So if you're trying to take on this Psychopomp work, definitely make sure you have some guides with you, some spirit guides that can assist. Or some healing crystals, some protective crystals. I really like doing protection meditations, surrounding yourself with protective symbols. That could be anything that you feel is protective. For me, it's the evil eye, and I do something called a pyramid of light around me, and I just kind of shield. I just make sure that I am safe and I am protected while I'm doing this work, because you are working with spirits. And so you still have to be very careful. But yeah, so the Psychopomp, definitely do some research, guys. It's definitely something that's needed, and we really could use more people doing it. Some spirits are very feisty, and some spirits are very much like, okay, I'm ready to go. You'll definitely see the difference. Another experience, there was a spirit in my kitchen a few months ago, and I kept seeing him there, and it actually interrupted one of my journeys at one point, and I was like, okay, you have to go. And so I journeyed to the upper world, and I found him. I saw him. And, he didn't even really know he was dead, and he did not want to leave. He wanted to cook his wife dinner. He was very, very sure of that. That's why he was in the kitchen at the stove. And I'm just over here like, hey man, this is my house. You have to go. I'm sorry. She's not here. You need to cross over. And he was very stubborn. Sometimes you'll run into spirits that are very stubborn. But you just have to tell them. And sometimes you have to put your foot down and be like, hey, this is my house, okay? You don't live here anymore, okay? You have to go. You have to go into the light. And at that point, I had called in Jesus. And Jesus came, and like I said, he has this way of softening your heart. And so he put his hand on his heart, and he was able to kind of release that like agitation and that sadness and go into this portal of light. But yes, you'll definitely experience different situations with people. And that's the definite beautiful part of it. And you'll definitely be able to, definitely journal everything, because it's so important to document these experiences, because they are meaningful and they are important and they do mean things. So, but yeah, that experience was very funny. I had never had an agitated spirit before him. And so after that, I was like, wow, this is going to vary. Like every soul's going to be different. But I was able to psychopomp him. So it's going to look different for everyone. And that's okay, because we're all different and we all have magical abilities that are different, mystical abilities that may differ, but that's the gist. That's the gist of it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I hope that you learned a couple of things. So have a wonderful day, and I will be coming online with a part 3 of this Death and Afterlife series. So have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.